Hi, I'm Mike Golchinski here with you for S35 Gaming. As part of our feature series spotlighting hidden gems within the indie gaming scene, today we're taking a look at the highly anticipated first-person shooter Shadow Warrior 3. Let's dive in.
From game keys to VR headsets to free expansion packs, get money off your favorite game and gaming products by visiting our section of gaming affiliates in the description.
Shadow Warrior 3 is a first-person shooter video game developed by Flying Wild Hog and published by Devolver Digital. This title is the third major release in the Shadow Warrior series and released on March 1st, 2022 for Microsoft Windows, on Steam, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. They opted to use their own engine entitled Roadhog to create this game. Here at S35 Gaming, we love our indie games for the innovation and new stories and content they bring to the market. Although we look forward to remakes, reboots, and sequels, we're always on the hunt for something new and fresh. So, Mike, will this one take the crown? You'll just have to watch to find out. Shadow Warrior 3 is set in a world that can only be described as neo-feudal Japan. A corporate enforcer who has turned to freelance mercenary work, Lo Wang and his former employer Orochi Zilla have teamed up together and are on a quest to track down and defeat an ancient dragon that has accidentally been awakened. Together in the shoes of Lo Wang, you will have to face hordes of intriguingly new demons that are quite deadly on their own, all before putting the ancient dragon back to rest. Can you make it in time, or will the dragon rain destruction upon the land? I guess you'll just have to play to find out.
From hoodies to hats and mugs to pillows, make a statement in style at the Studio 35 merchandise store. Visit our link in the description.
Continuing the style since its first entry, technically in 1997, and like the first two games in the rebooted series, Shadow Warrior 3 remains a first-person shooter. You are in the shoes of Lo Wang, who has access to a multitude of firearms. He also has a katana, which is obviously limited to close-quarters combat. At close range, you also have the option to execute enemies so long as they are wounded enough. As you progress through this title, you will unlock new weapons and gadgets to aid you in combat too. All are meant to be unlocked by the time you reach the midpoint of the story. The system has been substantially upgraded from Shadow Warrior 2, so be on the lookout for new and smoother moves from Lo Wang. The best part of the Shadow Warrior franchise and what makes it different from other FPS games is that you can bring a katana to a gunfight. You will have to use some fancy footwork to maneuver around the maps, including wall running and double jumps. Plus, the game features a new grappling hook system too. You have the option to execute close combatants provided they are wounded enough as well. The arenas of combat are dynamic and feature hazards and devices that you can use to add some flair to your slaying as well. That's pretty cool, right? We thought the movement and creativity of these games were great, but we'll get to our rating in just a little. Shadow Warrior 3 has been receiving mixed and average reviews across the board. A 72 out of 100 from Metacritic and a 7.5 out of 10 from Game Informer, and so on. It is not a groundbreaking new game, but still a solid release from an indie company. Their dialogue has been reviewed as tasteless, and PC Gamer went on to say Shadow Warrior 3 is best experienced with dialogue volume set to 0 and subtitles turned off. It isn't malicious, it's tasteless. It's embarrassing because it expects that you're the type of person who'd enjoy it. Big oof on that front. Other than the dialogue being not to taste, the game is great overall. So what did you rate Shadow Warrior 3 at Studio 35, Mike? We gave this rating a 3.5 out of 5. Not as high as we usually like to rate games, unfortunately. Shadow Warrior 3 does have some new features that weren't seen in the first two, but honestly, for the distasteful dialogue and it being a sequel, we just couldn't rate it any higher. We applaud indie companies for their work normally, but Shadow Warrior 3 simply fell short of our expectations. And that was S35 Gaming's look at Shadow Warrior 3. For those who have played it, which is your favorite entry into the modern Shadow Warrior series? Let us know in the comments, but always remember to be kind. I'm Mike Golchinski, and I'll see you in the next video.
If you like what we do here and you want to catch future Studio 35 content, you can find S35 Gaming, S35 Film, and S35 TV on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So please feel free to subscribe or follow us. We put out new releases, retrospectives, video essays, and making of documentary videos on a regular basis, and post breaking news daily across our social media platforms. Please check out the description for links and keep an eye out for our newsletter sign-up. Finally, liking this video also makes us more visible to those just like you who would be interested in our content. And sharing this video across all your favorite social media platforms is also extremely highly appreciated by our team.